So I've been obsessing over the numbers 1, 2, and 3, you know? And I primarily been obsessing over these numbers because of the fact that 1 is like achievement, success, the guy who basically earns his living by the sweat of his brow. 2 becomes the guy who plans for other people to do the work and him just collect the paycheck. And 3 is a guy that just designs the whole thing and sells people these ideas and makes a living off of selling ideas. So now these 3 have been maximized. So 1, the guy becomes a master at his skill or art. 2, the man is able to connect people to basically arriving at pursuing this skill or this art. And 3, the guy can basically give you a structure so that you could fit into society with these 2 aspects of yourself being amplified beyond the ordinary, which means you have skills beyond the average and you have the capacity to bring other people to also arriving at the same skills within your belt. And 3 basically is like, it's this articulation of how everything connects. Now, once you have 1, 2, and 3, they want to disturb 3 simple parts of yourself, your spirit, your body, and your mind. That's all they want. They want your 1, your 2, and your 3. If your body is committed, you become skillful. If there's body, spirit, and mind. If your spirit's committed, your art can lead other spirits to finding that same art, And if your mind is committed, you can help them fit into society with this skill and this art, aspect of themselves now incorporated into something that can be presented into society, Now, 2's been very magnified. 2 because I think about it, Enlil and Enki, the Titans, Leviathan and Behemoth, they come in 2s, which are like catastrophic world event, world changing kind of perspectives of reality, Like, it's like this. Like, they've said the world has ended too many times for people to have recorded what actually happened. Could it have been that these 2 beings, these 2 titans awoke, shifted all of the earth, its magnetic fields, and all these tectonic plates to the point that the world had to reform itself? And again, that's just 2, And most people are stuck at 2, 2 being double-minded, I know I can do it, but what if it doesn't go my way? I know I can get a lot of money, but what if I just spend all the money? Yeah, sure, I can find stability, but then what if I get too comfortable? So double-minded, this is where they love to keep people, because 2 is supposed to be very powerful, 2 is supposed to be your spirit, your ability to direct your spirit, So 1 being your body, 2 being your spirit, 3 being your mind, So now 1, 2, and 3, this is the game that they play with us, 1, 2, and 3 being essentially, how would I phrase this, okay? So, like, I notice that they like to do loops, Like, they'll feed my mind an idea, my body will get the energy to do it, and then they'll say, now forget. And I'm like, I could almost be finishing 20 push-ups. Oh, man, that could have been my 10,000, 20,000, 20 set push-up, And instead, it's just this 1, 2, and 3. Body, spirit, and mind, So, body, spirit, mind. And this is basically how they just control humanity, Is they adopt the loop, of something that you might be motivated to do, Like, for instance, this is how they got me. Do you want to go masturbate? Oh yes, let's go. Dun, dun, dun. 30 seconds later, I'm back. That was fun. And then after that, it becomes more of a, after the judgment and you shared the story with people and somebody having planted the seed of shame, you revisit it and now you're like, maybe it's not the best idea, right? It's not really something to be proud or content about. It was just basically like a drug addiction, And we didn't see it that way, because we thought, oh, everybody else told us it's normal. It's just masturbation. No, it's basically becoming a drug addict, You have the thought of a drug. You know what you got to do to get the drug, and then you get it, and then boom, you're back here like, wee, I'm happy. Oh no, you forget that you're on drugs, and you don't even make the best of it, And that's essentially what drug addicts do, is they get so high they forget they're on drugs, and they forget to enjoy themselves. The next thing you know, all kinds of stupid shit, because they don't know what's up, what's down, what's left, what's right. They're so high, all they have to do is, I'm in ecstasy and euphoria. Everything's going to try to snap me back into reality, so I should just realize that I'm not really being tormented. They're just trying to bring me back into reality. But did drug addicts say that? No. That guy wants to get me. They're trying to kill me. I'm paranoid, everybody. Ah! Bullshit. It's just fucking astral projection manipulation. Somebody feeding you narratives, ideas, and low frequency energies, So, back to this 1, 2, and 3, So, essentially, I notice how they keep your body preoccupied with conditioning, preconditioned things. Like, it's like all day I just stand here and I'm just waiting for somebody to push my stomach forward, push my back, make my head hunch, and then for them to tell me, now fight it. Fuck that. What you mean, dog? And then they do it again. Put your head back, put your head forward, and then hunch your head. And then, man, fuck that. What do you mean? Now let's do it again. Now put your head back, and now hunch your forward, and blah, blah. And that becomes the voices are telling me to do this. I had the thought about doing 20 push-ups every single time I had the inclination to hear you guys. That's basically putting the energy that you guys are filling me with into something that's actually beneficial to me, rather than creating stories and narratives that I had thought might have been good for like a good YouTube screening and helping people to find themselves. But it also gives you guys room to condition these mentalities, ideas, and beliefs into more believable constructs that fit reality, So it becomes counterintuitive, not really in your best interest, So basically, when they're telling you snitches get stitches, like literally they're just telling you that the moment you start looking at things from a negative point of view, rather than making things part of you, you're making things be stitched onto you to the degree that then you're going to pull them off and it's going to tear you in some way or another, because snitches get stitches. That means everything that I'm saying is a part of me. Everything I'm sharing is me. Everything people are seeing, it's a part of humanity. It's a part of society, a part of the United States, a part of this Mormon country, a part of the Christian country, a part of the Catholic country, a part of all these religious organizations and societal obligations and responsibilities called human, what do you guys call it, morality? Guys? So, and that's basically the construct of what they're playing around,